yourself.
Or leave the voice chat and join again. So as you, Kyle.
And again, it's telling you to request. Okay, let me see if I can.
I think there's TG is lagging, so maybe can you just end the voice chat minute again?
There we go. There we go. I'm in now. How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you doing?
I'm really good. It's been a busy day.
It's been a busy day. I feel the same way.
Yeah, it's been Bitcoin's just took a dump.
Did it?
Oh, that's only a little one. I say I'm looking on the 15 minutes for my leverage.
Oh trade. Yeah, don't do that. You don't need to be looking on the 15 minutes.
No, I've got it for the leverage players, but that's all.
Got it.
No worries.
Understood.
No worries. But yeah, it always looks a lot worse than that, doesn't it?
Yeah, you should put it on the 5 minute, on the 1 minute. Then you can really see some carnage. Gentlemen, are you guys going to be sharing any video today?
Yes, I think we have got the rest of the presentation.
Okay, so let me get this started, the recording started.
Perfect.
All right, let me... All right, sorry about that. I was having technical difficulties. Good afternoon, Whale Coin Talk community. My name is Noah. I'm very excited to sit down and talk with JoinCoin today. They're going to tell us a bit about their background in crypto to start, and then we're going to get into the fundamentals of the project. So without further ado, gentlemen, please introduce yourselves and tell us a bit about your careers in the crypto space.
Thank you, Noah. So my name's Andy. I come from Birmingham in the Midlands in the UK. I've been in crypto about 2 years, started off trading, self-taught, completely self-taught. Started off with the stock market, then moved into crypto and started making a career out of it. Then slowly, after meeting people through working in the industry, I sort of started developing on that, and now I'm here with you. And it's great to be here. Absolutely love you guys. Your lounge is awesome. So I'm partnered here with the co-founder as well, Lupa or Ahmed. I'll let him introduce himself now.
Nice.
You there, Ahmed? Here he is. I think he got kicked out. Right. So Ahmed will be along in 1 second. He's just sorting some out on his end. So I just wanted to start. Wanted to start off. There he is. I just wanted to start off quickly before Ahmed introduces himself and introduce the project. We've got a couple of announcements that I really wanted to let you guys know. Now, the first one. Now I'm going to tell all of you guys this, but I don't want anyone to do anything yet. Please don't go and invest yet. Please don't put anything into the pre-sale because I want you to hear what we've got to say before any of you do that. We are now. Have you done it, Ahmed?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, it's all done. The whitelist function has now been turned off for this AMA, and we've got a major announcement that I wanted to drop tonight, and we are getting rid of our vesting period. Now, we were going to vest all the pre-salers for 10 months, and the private sale from before, we were going to vest 10 weeks. Now, I didn't like that, and I thought it was really unfair that people were going to get treated differently. And after all, what we're building here is a really long-term project, and it's a business with a vision to become a household name and a staple name in the industry. So we've had extensive talks about it, and we decided together, the three founders, that we're just going to get rid of the vesting period. Because to us, 1 mil, 10 mil, 20 mil, even 50 mil market cap, they mean exactly the same thing. What we're aiming for are the billions of market cap. We're aiming to take this to the astronomical heights that we know it can be. And I'm sure you guys will agree after you hear Ahmed explain what the project's all about. But yeah, so we've made that decision as the founders to get rid of the vesting period because we don't feel it's fair to not hold anyone's money ransom, because that isn't what we're doing, but to lock people's money. It's your money, and people should be free to do what the hell they want with it. So the vesting periods from this moment are not going to happen. It will be up to you guys, whatever you decide to do with your investment after we launch. But I do promise you all this: anyone who sells JoinCoins early on will deeply regret it further down the line. So I'm going to hand you over to Ahmed now to introduce himself and introduce our project. And it's been great chatting to you all. I'll be sticking around, of course.
Sweet.
Thank you so much, brother. Love you. I just want to confirm if you can hear my voice properly.
Perfectly.
Yep.
Okay. First of all, thank you so much, everyone, for having us. My name is Ahmed. I like to call myself Lupa. I guess it's much easier for many people to call me Lupa as well. I'm an advertiser and a creative marketer. Been working for the past 11 years as a creative art director. And what I used to do, I used to handle global brands such as McDonald's, PepsiCo, Emirates Airlines, and much more. So throughout my career, I literally all I was doing just building brand strategies and working on global campaigns for. I can't even remember the amount of brands that I worked on, but I always mention those ones because those are the ones that I spent real time working on, and yeah. So what we're going to do, or what we're going to go through today is our white paper and our roadmap for 2022, and exactly like what Andy said, we don't want anyone to invest in our project right now. We want you guys to tune in and listen to what we are trying to build and how we're going to build it, and based on that, you make your decision. Please do not consider our project as a quick 10x. Our project has the potential to do much more, and yeah, I just want to confirm if you guys can see my screen now.
Yep, we can see it.
Perfect. So I just want to get and talk a bit about how this project started and why did it start, the insight behind it. So JoinCoin honestly started, I would say, a year and a half ago. It was the moment that I got into DeFi and cryptocurrencies. All I wanted is to 100x, say goodbye to my boss and just chill for the rest of my life. But what really happened is the ultimate opposite. I was completely unwelcomed in this space. I got rugged, honeypotted, told to buy on top 1 million times and lost so much money. But I've realized that there are thousands of people within the space that are making money, not necessarily as investors. I saw a lot of people moderating. I saw a lot of people doing admin work, marketing, doing design. And since I'm a designer and I can do pretty much, I think that I do well in branding. I helped multiple projects with their logos, with their websites, and so on. And that's how I actually recovered. I managed to do work for many projects, and yeah, I used to get private allocation. I used to get paid in BUSD or BNB, and I realized that this is so cool. I can actually do that full time. So that's how the beginning of the idea, I would say. I wanted to. I always believed that, especially coming from me, a person who worked in advertising and marketing. I worked with so many talented illustrators, talented digital artists, talented marketers, but they truly do not know anything about the space. They're really intrigued. They really want to get in. They really want to. They know that there is so much money involved, but they don't know how to access it. And definitely, if you look at the 99% of people who are living on this earth, definitely Telegram is not the right space for them, because they're gonna get scammed left, right, and center. So the ultimate idea is to actually create a true LinkedIn alternative. If we believe in crypto adoption 10 years from now, then we believe that there will be millions of people that will be coming into the space looking for jobs. And our job, our motive right now is to create a space where we can welcome those people and help them interact safely. Now, when we actually say that we want to create this LinkedIn alternative, it's a massive thought. It's a big idea in itself. When we actually went to the drawing board and started, working on the UI and the UX and how we want this platform to operate, we discovered that we need to launch this product in phases. We cannot just go and say, here you go, everyone create profiles and that's it. We had to launch this project in phases. So the first phase of the project is going to be a platform that will list not only tokens, because tokens are not the only ones who I would say part of the problem. Rug pulls and scams are not the only issue in this space. We want to list developers, service providers, AMA lounges, call groups, investors groups, and of course, in addition to that, tokens. Now, we have worked a lot on how we want the experience to be within the platform. And in terms of code, in terms of what we're trying to build, I would say the complete version, if we really want to push it to be out, we can get it out in maximum 2 weeks. But from a marketing standpoint and from as well the nature of our utility, we have to launch again the project in phases and to launch the platform in phases. Now, it's a listing platform. So every single service provider, every AMA lounge, every dev is welcome to list on our platform, but the vetted ones, the ones that we... So, for example, this lounge, I honestly, I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know if we should talk about how did we. I don't think that we have the time to actually go through what we discussed and stuff. But this is such a great lounge, and I feel that a big part of the problem are the illegitimate lounges and AMA and call groups, because most of them are botted. Most of them, they deceive investors. This is like the conversation that we had with you guys was, we really enjoyed it. You guys asked the tough questions, and this is what we really liked. So, for example, you guys will be listed on our platform completely out of charge, and that's how it's going to be for every service provider, because we want to list only the legitimate ones. Now, for tokens, the reason why tokens would need to list on our platform, I would say 3 main things. The first thing is we are a token and a platform. So, and what we want to do is we want to help utility project get noticed versus the memes. We want to see more volume going into utility projects, not meme coins, because at the end of the day, utility is what's going to push the price, not hype. No matter what, there won't be another Shiba Inu. It's done. We are moving into a world of regulation. So meme coins are eventually going to die. No, that's not the only reason. Investors are getting smarter. They know that you won't be making your money right after the CMC listing. Investors are getting smarter. They know that they have to invest in real products that can actually grow, products that actually generate revenue without the need of a chart or without the need of a pump. Okay. The second reason is very, very for tokens to list on our platform is they get empowered. We are building a very comprehensive KYC platform as well, and we got something called the Pulse Report. Now, the moment a project gets their Pulse Report and we dig deep into the project and we kind of understand everything that is going in that project, Ahmed, we will help them.
I'm really sorry to interrupt you. I have some questions about everything you've talked about. Well, first of all, can you give us a breakdown of what the Pulse Report is, what the steps that you guys take are? Go ahead.
We are going to talk about every single utility in a bit.
Perfect. Go for it.
Sure. So the moment we see that there's a project that got our audit, which is called the Pulse, and they have KYC'd, and they have there's something that is very interesting about our platform, that tokens or lounges or marketing providers, they have to list their company, and it's a mandate for them to list the people who are behind the curtains, the people who are actually making things happen. So the moment we get a complete profile and the moment we get their Pulse reports, that's when we're going to empower them by connecting them with all our partners. We are partnering up left, right, and center with exchanges, security providers, marketing agencies. The moment we see that there's a project that ticked all our boxes, that's when we are going to help projects get their certic audit. We're going to help their project get on exchanges. We're going to help their projects get marketed the right way without wasting their money. So now we're going to dig into the utilities and what we're going to launch on 2022. But our roadmap is not only a 1 year roadmap. We actually have a 5 years roadmap that we are. That's what we call the secret white paper that we only reveal to our potential partners and our current partners. So let's start with the token. The token is called Join, and it will be the native token that will empower the ecosystem. Okay, it will play a crucial role in development and, of course, the features that we're going to have. Now, the buy tax is 6%, and the sell tax will be 10%. 4% will go to marketing, 2% will go for utility. Sell tax, 4% marketing, 2% utility, 2% for staking, and 2% for Jumpstart, which I'm going to explain in a bit. Okay, the total supply as of now is 5 billion tokens. Starting liquidity is 375. Launch price would be 0.001. Starting market cap would be 3 million. Now, we will be as well launching along with Join Vaults. On day one, you'll be able to stake your tokens, and you will be able to get joins in return. In addition to that, we will be releasing another pool that you can actually select whether you want to get BNB or BUSD as well. So those two, obviously, the staking pool will be on day one. On launch day, or probably it will be, the utility will be launched before we launch the token. It's just a matter of how much time we got to actually list all the projects that we want to list. It is currently happening. JoinCoin, this is the interesting part, and that's how we are vetting projects. And I'm going to show you exactly how it's going to work and why it's not really related to how much, like there's nothing that you can do if you come to our platform and you get a lower score. Okay, there's nothing that I can do to help you. Is literally determined by how much information you are providing the platform, and based on that, your sentimental score will increase. So let's say if a project comes and they just get a basic listing, they do not provide KYC certificates, and they do not get the pulse reports, they will get a red score, I would say. And there's nothing that I can do. This platform will always be ad free, and this platform will always be vote free. No one can do anything to increase this score. Now, if a project gets a KYC, if they KYC with us, or if they provide a valid KYC certificate that we can investigate, the score will increase. Now, as well, KYCing is not the thing that's going to solve problems. We know that there's so many issues in KYCing. The third thing will be getting our pulse report, because the pulse report is a social and sentimental audit. It's an audit that will test utility longevity, that will test community sentiment, wallet distribution, developers' commitment as well. So we saw so many projects with great tokenomics, with great smart contracts, but literally did nothing. And we can only blame either the utility, they didn't really have a utility, or we blame the in most cases, in I would say in 99% of cases, it's just really the developer's commitment, how committed they are, and how much they want to make the project work. In our case, I will not hold a single token, and Andy will not hold a single token, Kyle will not hold a single token, and every core member will not hold a single token. This is a rule that we had since we actually started working on this project. So the only thing that we got is to actually make the utility work. That's all we got. We're not going to make money off selling because we don't have any tokens to sell. Now, in addition to that, we have as well partnered with an Australian blockchain security company called Intersoft, and we will be offering as well Pulse Audit Plus, and it's going to be your typical smart contract analysis, testing, and as well, of course, we're gonna help projects and tokens with providing them lists of how to fix the bugs and mitigate the risks. Now, there will be much more coming from Intersoft to be explaining exactly how their auditing system would work and how they're going to do it. They have their own ways of doing things, but as well what we are working on right now. Obviously, I cannot mention names until the deal is done, but so far, I would say 2 almost confirmed exchanges, they want to make the Pulse report a mandate into their application. So, for example, Bitmart, hopefully 2-3 months from now, they will make a Pulse report a mandate in their application. And probably they're going to make it for every meme coin, because utility projects really, this is what I discovered. Like in our case, we can get 3 listings in different exchanges, I think within the first week. I live in Dubai, and I actually met one of the exchanges that it's a global exchange. That even during the horrible conditions that we are in right now, they generate well over $1 billion. And literally, it took me 15 minutes to actually take him through what we do, and it took him 2 minutes to tell me, when do you want to list? Just tell me a day 1, day 2, whatever you want. We're going to list your project. Utility projects do not have a problem with selling themselves. Meme tokens are the ones that most probably will need this report to prove that they have something that is long term, something that that is going to be worth holding. So this is a mock-up of our platform. That's exactly how it's going to look. This is an example of what we have done for Everrise. Everrise is going to get a verified profile on day 1. I think the moment we announced that we are listing Everrise and they retweeted it, we got, I think, from 10 to 15 projects messaging us, and they want to list as well. Now, most of them were meme coins, so obviously we won't do that in the beginning. We want to launch the platform with the best projects out there. And the way it's going to work, we have 2 different listings, I would say. We got the basic listing and we got the verified listing. Now, in terms of this current look and feel, that's how every page would look like. Okay, but the difference between a basic listing and a verified listing is massive. A verified listing, a verified page, projects will be able to integrate. It's hard-coded. It's designed for every project to integrate whatever they want on their verified page. So, for example, projects can actually, for example, Everrise can implement forms. If you want to use if anyone wants to use any of their utilities, they can actually register their interest and get in contact with WASO, for example, directly through JoinCoin. We can have forms. We can integrate dApps. We can do whatever we want, literally, for every verified page. Now, our mission is to make every verified listing count. We want to make sure that every verified listing is a project that deserves the spot. And by the way, we disregard market caps when we give a project a verified status. We heavily vet projects, and we heavily vet their upcoming utilities and understand what are they doing exactly. And based on that, they'll be getting a verified status. Now, projects can get a basic listing, and the only way they can actually get this verified status is getting the pulse report, maintaining it, because you cannot just generate a report. We are offering a social and sentimental audit, and this can change. So when we generate a pulse report, what we ask for is projects to sustain it. So the pulse report will be something that has to be reassessed every month. And if they keep improving their score, that's how they actually become a verified project. They keep a certain score and maintain it for a period of time. That's how they get the verified status. That's how we allow them to implement their utilities. There's something that is very interesting here that's actually what's going to happen very, very soon. Once we actually, and it's really related to how many people are using our platforms, like how easy it is to implement a payment function for every project that is verified. You can actually buy your Everrise through Join. So this is the type of flexibility that we are building when we are thinking of a listing platform. In addition to the most important thing is this part. Through JoinCoin, you'll be able to know more details about the team and who are the people behind every project and utility. And I feel that that's the most important thing. When you are on this platform, you won't just know about, you won't just know the name of the project and on what chain they are on. You will know much more details about the project, and it's completely up to you. We cannot promise that we will end rug pulls, but what we can promise is if a project doesn't really provide the information that we want, they will never get a healthy status. And most probably, most projects will not want to list, because if you wanna launch a scam, or if you wanna launch a project for the short term, you really don't want a KYC. You really don't want people to know your name. You really don't want people to know where you live. That's extremely simple. What we want from project is to actually start taking cryptocurrencies and people's money a bit more seriously. That's why we have implemented those rules on our platform. In terms of how much money this utility has to generate, or I would say how many listings we need to do. By the way, our listing is only $1,000, and what we are technically giving a project is much more than $1,000. We are giving a website replacement. That's what we call it, the website replacement. You don't need to actually have a website. If you have a JoinCoin link, this is your official link, and that's it. Okay. So for $1,000, you'll get a very interactive pages that you can list and have whatever information you want. You'll get the publicity. If you KYC and get the pulse report, we have to help you go. We will help you with marketing. We will help you with listing. We will help you with every project that KYCs can have a slot and do an AMA in our community as well. So that's how flexible we want our relationship to be with every listing. Now, for us, all we need is one listing per day. That's it. In order for us to keep working on the utility and keep building on the utility, what we need is one listing per day. That's it. So that's how. That's why we don't really need tokens. We have a utility that is extremely functional. Exchanges and security providers they have shown massive interest in it. So tokens and lounges and people will definitely be interested in it, and especially when we release the full version. The fourth utility that we will be launching, the first jump-started project, and we'll get into that in a bit, is already in development. And the aim behind, I would say, we call it the jumpstart because technically the way it's going to work, every project that is KYC'd and listed on our platform has the chance to get on our launchpad. Now, this is not a guarantee. We have to go and vet every project. But we have something called the jumpstart program, and that's where the 2% jumpstart wallet, that's how it's going to work. Basically jumpstarting a project is launching AAA projects that has the potential to be on Binance on day one. We will jumpstart projects. We will take big ideas that will require hundreds of thousands of dollars to actually develop. We will not host a pre-sale. We will not host a private sale. Nothing. We will develop it. We will market it. We'll make sure that everything's up to standard. The utility is already working, and that's when we release the token. Now, definitely Join will be one of the tokens that can be used on that platform. So one of the first projects that we are launching is a marketplace. I cannot get into the details, but we have finally cracked, I would say, the dilemma in creating a true crypto marketplace that can be used on a daily basis. I think that we got it. We got development happening, and we got as well massive funding behind it already. So I see that there's so many projects that want to have a launchpad, but there's so many projects that are offering that, and I truly do not believe that I don't believe that a launchpad or a staking dApp is a true utility. Maybe it is, I don't know, but for us, a true utility is a true use case for the token. So that's when we're going to see the first true integration and use case for the token. So with every jump-started project, it has to be linked back to the Join token. The Join token has to be bought to be able to be used on this platform or whatever jump-started project we're going to have. And again, they will be the project that we're going to launch are AAA projects. They will be much bigger than JoinCoin. That's how we're going to entice people to diamond hand the project and even buy more to get into those IDOs. We want to become a one-stop shop where we offer so many things more than just listings. So Parabol is a blockchain agency. I see that there are so much money coming into this and going out of this space. And I'm from a branding and design background, and I truly understand how important it is to do at first before you actually think of a logo, then have proper branding, then have a proper communication, and have the proper PR and marketing happening. When we actually started working on this, it was extremely difficult. It was just extremely difficult because everybody is, it's just so hard to find legit real people in this space. So Parabolic will be the agency that will take every project from scratch, brand it, do the strategy for it, design the communication for it, and PR it. The prices that we're going to have are extremely affordable, and it will actually be very easy for projects to actually launch through Parabolic, because we throughout our journey we have learned a lot, and we kind of know what really works and what really doesn't work. So Parabolic and Jumpstart and the Pulse will be handled by different, I would say, managers. Every one of them that we are currently bringing on board will be responsible for those utilities, and we will just oversee and control quality. The Pulse, Jumpstart, and Parabolic will be represented by different different even lawyers. We will set up offices for every utility and so on. So it's not that those utilities are just being overshadowed by JoinCoin. Every utility has to work on its own and generate money back to JoinCoin. The fifth utility that we are going to launch, hopefully in Q3, is JoinCoin Pay. So far, everything that I have explained is not really the LinkedIn alternative, and I think that we would need a year to actually unleash the beast that we have, and to actually welcome the millions of people into the space, and kind of have the space where they can interact. What we are trying to build is a LinkedIn alternative, but it's designed to understand DeFi. It's designed to actually everything that we have designed is based on insights that we learned within the space. So JoinCoin Pay will be the payment facilitator that will guarantee satisfaction between users, and is going to work very, very simple. 6 months from now, we are going to be a mobile app and a desktop app. The first people that will get the keys to their profiles are obviously the listed projects. So AMA lounges and tokens and marketing providers and service providers. Okay, 6 months from now, we're gonna open JoinCoin to the mass. And before we do that, we are already in discussions with ventures groups, and we are expecting heavy funding from people that are not really interested in the token. They are interested in the technology and what we are trying to build. So, and I'm not saying that if we don't get this funding, JoinCoin Pay won't happen, and we won't launch the app. 6 months from now, JoinCoin will be the mainstream product, where we're going to open signups for everybody. Every one of you can come to this platform, list their services, list their skills, have their CVs, have their portfolios ready. By then, we will allow as well other people to start listing or posting jobs. If you want to get your logo done, if you want to get your smart contract done, if you want to get your DApp done, if you want to get a platform done. And that's when JoinCoin Pay will come to be the payment facilitator. It will be the middleman between the person who's going to list the gig and as well the person who wants something to be done. We will take the certain amount of joins that is needed that has been agreed on from both parties. We're gonna lock it just to make sure that the service is being delivered on time and the customer is happy. And everything, when we make sure that both of them release the payment, 10%, of course, the remaining will go to that person who delivered the job, and 10% in total will go to the Burn wallet forever. So that's what JoinCoin Pay is. Now, again, this is what we are going to do, I would say, in the next 6 months. We have absolutely no interest in selling any tokens. That's why we believe in our utility, and we believe that we are going to build a multi-million-dollar application that will attract investors, that will attract the mainstream very, very soon. So I'm more than happy. Like I do my best to be as transparent as I can. I'm more than happy to accept any question, no matter how hard. Please ask me the hard questions. Please vet me as much as you can. At the end of the day, you are the one who's going to invest in our project, and I want really to build a base of holders, people who get long-term investment seriously, and as well understand every single bit of our utility. That, one day, hopefully, our TG and our socials will be containing like 10,000 mods ready to know and answer anything related to the platform.
Well, great. Fantastic. Thank you for sharing all of that with us. It was quite the presentation, and you sound quite passionate about what you're building, which I think is very important. I wanted to kind of take it from the top again and ask you specific questions about various topics of your overall ecosystem. One is you talk about how important utility is, and I do agree with utility tokens. I've seen so many of them come and go. I am curious to know what the utility of holding the join token specifically is going to give users.
Holding the coin on day one, you'll be able to stake your tokens, and you will get access to the launchpad. In addition to, of course, integrating the coin, the token into whatever utilities we're going to release. So, for example, again, if the first jump started project will be the marketplace, that will be something that you will need your joins as well. You can use your joins to buy the products. In addition to, of course, when we release JoinCoin Pay, you will need your joins to use the services. But mainly for now, on day one, you get access to staking and as well the launchpad.
What kind of APYs are stakers earning?
We want to make sure that the APYs that we set will not cause selling pressure. I know that volume and transactions are really important for a project like ours, but at the end of the day, we understand that no one wants to see red candles. The APYs will be decent, but it's not going to be the highest out there. Now we are building as well BUSD and BNB pools for whoever doesn't want joins. So we're trying as much as we can to reward the holders and as well not to have the staking pools dumping the chart.
Yeah, we will also, just to add on to that, the staking pools that will be available at launch will be getting upgraded, so there will be more added to that with pools with better APY moving forward. But there'll be more updates on that coming.
Understood. And so the current APY is what for the single staking of join tokens?
Right now, we're not disclosing that, but we will be disclosing it before launch.
Understood. And what kind of liquidity pool pairs are you planning on offering, and what would those incentives look like?
Sorry, could you repeat that, bud?
Yeah, liquidity pool incentives. So will you be offering join and BNB pairs, join and BUSD pairs?
Okay. So liquidity farming. No, so we're just going to be doing this normal staking for now. That is definitely something we are looking into, though, and moving forward, it is something we are looking to implement. But right now, it'll just be the join pools.
Understood. And will join tokens be the only way that participants in your ecosystem can engage the marketplace and engage other services that you guys provide? And what would be the minimum amount of join tokens one would have to hold in order to use different pieces of your protocol?
In order to use right, that's a really good question. So it's not necessarily an amount needed to hold. It's not necessarily that you'll need an amount to hold the tokens, but in order to use the services, you'll need to pay in joins. Which is when we implement JoinCoin Pay. That's how that will roll out. Now, the Launchpad, for example, I'm actually working with devs really closely. I'm working a really cool, interesting way to make that so much fairer than just a normal tiered launchpad. Because we all know what the problem is with these tiered launchpads. It's pay to win. And if you've got the most money, you win. You get the biggest allocation and you can just hammer it. And the small guys don't get looked at. And I don't like that. I really don't like that. Because I feel that somebody with a $500 investment is still an investor that should be valued, rather than just picking favorites that have got the most tokens. So I'm looking at a cool way that we can change that so everybody can get a sort of slice of the pie, so to speak.
Regardless of how much money you invest.
Yeah.
Regardless of how much money you invest. Understood. And for, let's say, a newbie or someone that doesn't really know too much about launchpads, how would you say that your launchpad differs from the hundreds of other launchpads that exist in the space?
So that's a really good question as well. Now, my main answer to that would be we're not just going to let anybody launch off us. It's going to be what we consider AAA projects that have a real utility and a real value. I mean, you look at Pink Sail and like, yeah, there's some good projects on there, and not Pink Sail, sorry, but some of the other launchpads, there's good projects on there, but there's a lot of crap as well. And we're going to try and keep it so it's just the really good projects coming through. Now, like I said, we're going to differentiate from other launchpads with what I was just talking about. Now, that's something that I have spoken to developers in depth about it, and it's possible, but I don't want to disclose any information on it because at the moment it doesn't exist, and it doesn't exist with any other launchpad anywhere. So it is something new, it's something different, and it's something that will incentivize people, no matter how small your investment, to hold.
Got it. And can you go into a bit more detail about your relationship with Parabolic?
Parabolic's ours.
Okay. And
Parabolic's completely ours. Got
it. And can you quickly give us another summary of the difference between Pulse, Parabolic, and Jumpstart?
Of course. So they're three totally different utilities. The Pulse is our auditing system. Parabolic is our marketing company, and Jumpstart is our launchpad. So three totally different parts of the ecosystem.
Understood. And is your auditing system meant to compete with the likes of Certec and other big auditors in the space?
The word compete, I really don't like.
Okay.
See, I prefer the word collaborate to compete. Now, I don't believe in competition. And we've been asked this a lot. We've been asked a hell of a lot of like, are you worried that there's other marketing agencies? And are you worried there's other security providers? And are you worried there's other launch pads? And the answer is no, because I don't see people as competition. I see a bigger picture. And to me, collaboration's the way this industry moves forward as a whole. And it's not about competing. It's not about trying to outdo someone else. It's about doing things together and creating an even stronger industry for everybody.
Understood. What would you say to a user who says, yeah, Certec is the best in the business and we'd rather go with them than Pulse? Like, how would you say you guys distinguish yourselves from someone that has a first mover's advantage or an early mover's advantage?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I mean, yeah, obviously Certec are the pioneers. They're so highly regarded in the industry. Like I said, we're not trying to compete. We're trying to just give a different angle, a different perspective, and a different price range as well. And we're working closely with some exchanges that we've been talking to. Like Lupe said, I'm not going to drop any names, but we're going to try and push the Pulse and make it that industry name. So it is up there with the best. Now, not in competition with, but in collaboration with.
By the way, we are getting our prelims out. We are getting a Certec and and the Pulse. So we are auditing our stuff as well with the Pulse in partnership with Intersoft.
So, nice.
The way as well. Yeah. Sorry, I was just going to say about Intersoft. Like they're a massive company, and if you look into them, that they are really, really, really good at what they do. Now, I talk to the CEO of Intersoft like daily, and me and Paul got really, really close over the time we've been working together. I love what their company does, and it isn't just smart contract audits. There is nothing they can't do when it comes to security, cyber security. Now, these guys, they don't just audit contracts. They purposely try and break these contracts. They go above and beyond to try and destroy everything, like from the bottom up. And that is what it should be. That is what it should be. It shouldn't just be an algorithm auditing a contract.
Can I just
Yeah,
there's something very interesting. I like the way you say Ahmed. Where are you from?
I can't disclose that information.
Okay. So back to the thing, the word competing. We really want to build this space and kind of welcome every single legit token and provider, whatever you provide. So for example, with Everwise, we're going to have, now first of all, we're releasing the beta version. The beta version will not have the Pulse ranking, and I'm going to explain certain things about the utility. Okay, because we need to release those functionalities whenever we make sure that they will be effective in terms of usage. So, but we're going every token and every person even and every lounge will have an achievement dashboard. They can actually start unlocking achievements, and every achievement will be catered towards or fitted towards whatever you provide. So, for example, if a token gets a CertiK audit, or they get a Pulse audit, or they hit 100 million market cap, they start unlocking those achievements. What we are doing for Everwise is something that is very, very cute, I would say. We are designing a special set of achievements, and we're going to call them the Rise achievements. And every project that uses the Rise utilities, they can unlock those achievements. So it is very, very easy for us to actually collaborate and understand that there's so much money into the space. All we have to do is work together in cleaning up the space and actually shed more light on the people who deserve it. So that's how we're doing it. Now, I don't want to say it. So, when we say we're gonna collaborate, we truly mean it. We're gonna collaborate with so many people who are much bigger than BSC. I would say, no, not BSC, much bigger, and they're much more well known than just TG and the apes and whatever we know about cryptocurrencies in general. We are collaborating with people who are market makers. So certainly, I cannot drop any names, of course, until the announcements are official.
So you can't. You guys are not able to share any of your major partnerships with us at the moment. It's okay if you can. I'm just curious.
We did a mistake by releasing something because we wanted to share it with the community. Many people felt so happy and so bullish about it, but unfortunately, few people went behind our back and started investigating and so on. And what people don't understand that companies. And that's how we see ourselves. We are a company, and we need to represent ourselves in a certain way. We don't do deals, for example, with CertiK, with Intersoft, with exchanges on TG. We go, we meet, we organize meetings, and we discuss things. So they started going and asking a certain partner, like they started investigating, and so far the announcements are not official, but we actually started rolling out, and we actually helped a couple of projects to get exactly what we promised to do with that potential partner. So we are not going to officially announce it until it's announced officially by them as well.
Understood. You guys are building a really sleek interface. I like what you're doing on the back end with having a process that weeds out the bad projects, and there are a lot of bad projects. As you mentioned earlier, I'm also not a fan of all these meme coins. So I think it's important that we have more and more platforms like yourselves, and really, the more of these that exist. And as Andy said, it doesn't have to be in regard to the CertiK versus Pulse. It's not a zero-sum game. The more of these exist, I believe the more and more people will start to learn and invest in better projects. I really like what you guys are building. I am having a bit of a difficult time understanding why there is a need for a token at all. So maybe you guys can elaborate on that a bit more. And then I also want to hear about your pre-sale and your private sale.
To be able to launch a utility that is smart enough and that looks good, that is functional, it costs real money. Again, we only mentioned that we're going to have an app that hopefully, not only, this whole thing has to rival CMC. Now, obviously, we cannot kill CMC, but definitely we understand DeFi much more than CMC, and we understand why would people start using us, not CMC, whenever they want to look out for projects. Sorry?
I think we could kill CMC.
I like that.
Yeah. Hashtag kill CMC. So, this utility costed. We are 50K down in terms of development.
Sure.
Personal money got involved. This is not going to be a cheap product. What we're building is something that hopefully, potentially, one day, gonna rival even not only CMC. It's gonna rival. I would say catering towards cryptocurrency. People who are interested in blockchain and cryptocurrencies, it can actually rival TG and Discord. That's the vision that we got. So there's so much money that has to be put. Now, we honestly, when we actually started working on this, we never wanted to launch a token. We wanted to launch the platform, but we have realized that it's just genuinely impossible to do with the current money that we got. But as well, what we have built so far is a utility that can actually that can be integrated with a token. Like what we are doing, what we are revealing right now. I mean, the stuff that we're going to have on day one, other projects will need a year maybe to develop. We're going to have, I mean, until we launch Pulse, Jumpstart, and Parabolic, that's only a matter of a month. That's it. Those 3 extra utilities. So we are in reality like putting so much effort into holding joins so valuable for people. Now we don't hold tokens again because we are aiming to get massive funding, and we are already going that route. We already have meetings scheduled. And I feel that this is what's going to change everything, because the moment we say JoinCoin is going to become a mainstream product, we're not going to advertise our product and services anymore to on CoinSniper. No offense, of course, to CoinSniper. We're not going to do that. We're going to advertise our product to the mass, literally to the mass. We are going to take, for example, $1 million, go do a global campaign that will be seen on YouTube. We're gonna do commercials. We're gonna do a complete rebranding. We're gonna launch the app. There's so much things that has to be done that will cause the price of the token to go parabolically. But in addition to that, we are building services that I feel that can go hand in hand with the token.
Certainly.
Especially JoinCoin.
You asked me to ask you the tough questions, so
Sure.
Although I can't see a vision for the token long term, I was more keen on having you elaborate on your future plans as far as its utility goes, which you just did. So I do appreciate that. Can you tell us really quickly about your pre-sale and private sale? What's the price going to look like for those? And yeah, just give us a breakdown of that really quick. The hard cap, soft cap, all that good stuff.
Andy, would like to take that?
Yeah, hi you guys. So right now, the price was set to 0.001, which is a tenth of a cent. Chatting with our devs today, there might be a slight tweak on that, but regardless of that, it's everyone will get what they've bought, obviously. We are actually doing a 10% discount now for everybody that's bought in. We'll get 10% more tokens. The soft cap is, I believe, around 1,000 BNB, and hard cap 1,750.
Great.
The starting market cap, like I said, it might slightly change due to the price of the token possibly changing, but it's minor tweaks that need to be made. That's all.
How can people get whitelisted if that's what they're interested in doing?
So the whitelist is off at the minute. So if anybody wants to jump in, they can jump in now. Regarding getting whitelist spots for when the whitelist function is turned back on, just join our TG, join our Discord, become active community members, and we'll look after you.
And when you say if anyone wants to jump in, they can jump in now, what do you mean?
The whitelist function is turned off.
So they
right now.
so they can't jump into the whitelist right now.
Yeah, the whitelist function's off. Yeah, so they can get into the pre-sale right now without being whitelisted.
Got it. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that's
sorry.
That's
I thought I was sorry. I thought I said that at the start. Did I not?
Well, yeah, I think you did. No, you did say it at the start. I had just forgotten it. It's been a lot of information over the last
I know what you mean.
Minutes.
Yeah,
it's
so
okay.
the minimum contribution is 0.5 BNB. Maximum is 6.
Wow.
It can be contributed in 0.5 BNB contribution in 0.5 increments. So it can be 0.51, 1.52, 2.53, and so on up to 6.
Got it. And Ahmed, when you say you guys are getting massive funding getting massive funding, is this through VCs, and are they investing through the token?
No, not the token. Those are, I mean, what we are trying to build and focus on is the platform, because this is what's going to help the token increase in price. Those investors are only interested in building the platform, in building the app, in building the CMC killer. And that's how they see it. They're going to invest. We will all, as co-founders, we will start selling our stakes and our shares in the company, and that's how we're going to generate even more money in addition to whatever the tokenomics generate.
Yeah, that's one of the main reasons that we all decided as the founders that we didn't want any tokens, because we never wanted to be in that position that if we needed to raise money, that we had to sell tokens to do it, because to me that's not fair on the investors, and I don't want to do that. So we'd rather have a legitimate company set up with shares in the company that we can sell to these investment companies if we need to raise money for further development, rather than damage the chart to do it.
Got it. And are you guys planning on going multi-chain at any point? My assumption is yes.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
And
see, our platform is catered towards multi-chain. So we'll list on any chain. It's not just BSC. So we are catering towards every chain. Our launchpad, we are going to be working on ways to launch projects from any chain, onto any chain, and we will definitely be going cross-chain ourselves in future.
Got it. One of the things I really like about Pulse Audit, obviously you guys are doing smart contract deep analysis and the testing and the bugs and all that, but what I like is the utility longevity, the community sentiment, the developer's commitment, and the wallet's distribution. Like, how does auditing something like those four actually look like on the back end? Like, what do you guys have a team? Right. So do you guys have a team doing it? How many people are working on it?
Yeah.
Tell me a bit about that at a high level.
So with the way, I mean, I don't know how much time do we have. I mean, the way we're gonna implement it. Okay, sure.
It's like just at a high level, no worries.
Sure, no problem. So every person has the chance to make money working with us and not necessarily holding or buying our token. So what we are going to do, and this will be as well for everybody, whoever is listening right now, very soon we will start hiring Pulse reporters, and you will be getting 50% of whatever report you're going to generate. Now, for example, you will need, because those Pulse reports will have to reassist every month, so you'll have to work with your clients, and I would say clients that are lounges and tokens. So every Pulse reporter will be in TGs and the social channels of every project that is being handled, and that's how we are going to generate those Pulse reports. So we are going to hire on launch probably 20 to 30 Pulse reporter, and we will be able to generate those Pulse reports. Another way of you guys making money is you become an affiliate with us. You become one of the listing managers, and the way it happens is we are going to have referral links. We're going to have to build a system where if a project comes through you, you'll be able to get a percentage of every listing. So this is something that can be really, really interesting, which is basically, I know that there are so many people who are so damn smart in this space. They know how to communicate, and they know how to get things done. And I can totally see people earning $1,000 to $2,000 per week just getting projects involved and listed on JoinCoin.
Awesome.
So that's how we're going to roll out those utilities.
Yeah, great, like Ahmed was saying, the room to bring other people into this so people can make money without even investing in joins. It's just we want to try and build this ecosystem where it's supporting people in so many different ways.
Understood. And I'm assuming you guys are all docs. Is that correct?
Sort of.
Yeah,
sort of.
I mean, like I'll jump on VCT right now. Like, there's no problem. My picture's not on the website. I'll private message you my address, my phone number, whatever you want. But yeah, I'm not like fully publicly docs, but I'm happy to jump on VC at any time to anyone.
We docs to our early investors, but honestly, everything that we want to do has to be related or has to be tied to marketing. We understand how doxing is really important. I want to dox. I want to make my mom proud. I want to be on every news channel, hopefully soon. So I will be doxing for sure. And I hope that I don't get stabbed, because I'm gonna. We're gonna cause some damage. We're gonna. There's so much. I mean, I wish that I can just. If I just share whatever we're going to do, it's not going to be a stunt anymore. It's not going to be a surprise. But trust me, I mean, with time, we're just really focusing on the launch at the moment. But we're going to have so much fun on this platform.
Hey man, Vitalik Buterin has not been stabbed yet. So I think that if you build a good project that helps the ecosystem grow, and I think if you build a good product and you're transparent and you convey that to your investors, then you don't have to worry about getting stabbed. I know you're being a bit facetious in saying that, but it's
I don't think that was what he meant. I don't think it was anything to do with the investors. I think it was the people that this is going to really hurt. Because this platform, when we do roll it out, this is going to cause a lot of people to not make money anymore. All the scammers or the middlemen that are adding on ridiculous amounts of money to things. It's going to upset a lot of people.
Hey man, you gotta evolve or die. I mean, that's exactly part of the game.
Yeah, sink or swim, my friend.
Innovation.
Sink or swim.
That's what drives innovation. Absolutely. Exactly. I have so many questions for you guys, honestly, and I think you're building a very, very diverse and almost a Swiss Army knife type of an ecosystem here. And I think you'll do great, and I tell by your voices when you speak that you have a lot of passion behind the project, and I think that's equally important. I want to give my community members some time to ask questions as well, because I could keep you guys here for another hour. So
feel free to DM us anytime though if you want to chat.
I will actually.
We never ever, since we started working on the project, before we get on a call, we set up a time. Okay, so we're gonna spend 10 minutes or 20 minutes or 30 minutes. Like we never, it's always an hour and a half and 2 hours of just us talking and just questions and shit. It's really interesting to see how what we're building is intriguing and causing a lot of people to ask so many questions, which is what we want.
Certainly, I mean, aside from the vaults and the launch pad and the pulse audit mechanism system that you guys have going on, and there's questions to be asked about the blockchain agency called Parabolic, the JoinCoin Pay. I mean, you guys could legitimately have a 3 to 4 hour AMA of people, just me and you two asking. I could ask you enough questions to fill 3 hours, but for being respectful of your time and being cognizant of everyone else, I do want to start calling on some community members. The first one being Aisha. So Aisha, go ahead with your question, and then we're going to get a couple more in as well.
Thanks, Noah. I want to know that will the service provider receives the payments in native token, or they can receive the payments in cryptocurrencies of their own liking? I mean, while listing services, can service provider also select that in which currency they want the payment in? Thanks.
I really appreciate those questions. It's honestly something that we always thought that we're gonna just reward in BUSD. But yeah, I don't see why not. If affiliates wants to get paid in joins, I don't see that a problem. Of course, Andy will be the decision maker on that, but I don't see a problem. You can earn in joins, or you can what we're going to have very soon. We're gonna as well build a separate website where all our affiliates will be able to get their money on special platform. We don't want the interaction to be on TG or done manually. We want everything to be done professionally. So every listing manager will have a special access, a special login where they can actually know how much money they made this month. So for now, what we always had is BUSD, but I don't see a problem of start paying people in join as well. Me, that's my
Okay, got it. Carry on.
Hey, sorry,
that's it.
I just got back. I lost connection.
No problem.
No worries. Aisha, were those all your questions?
Yeah, got it. Thank
Great.
you, Noah. Thanks.
No worries. Said Rahmat,
Thank
you're
you for
next.
the question.
Yeah, thank you, Glenn. Sorry, Noah.
It's okay.
Okay. So you
Hi,
mentioned in
Said.
the
How you
start.
doing, bud?
Yeah, I'm okay. Hope you guys are doing well. So
Really?
in the you mentioned that in the start you will only allow major projects with serious utilities to launch on your platform, and later you will also allow meme coins as well. So I want to know that how will be the selection criteria be different for meme coins?
Meme coins can never. We will only list one meme coin and give it the verified status, because we cannot neglect the fact that this is a space that is driven by communities as well. So as of now, we're going to give the verified status for one meme coin. So far, I think it's maybe it's gonna be Baby Doge, and
Yeah.
that's it.
See,
That's it.
that's
The
a
meme
really
coins
good
can never-
question.
Yeah.
That was a really good question. Now, it's hard to answer that, because the word meme coin is quite, it has that bad vibe around it. But not every meme coin's useless, and there are quite a lot of so-called meme coins that do actually have utility, or are developing utility. Now that isn't something that we could ignore. And another big part of it is a lot of, in my opinion, one of the biggest utilities of any project is its community. And some meme coins have some really, really good communities. Now, if they're also trying to develop a utility for the token, then that to me isn't a meme coin anymore. Like Baby Doge, to me, isn't a meme coin anymore. They're trying to generate something. They're trying to create utility. Well, they are creating utility, and their community is absolutely solid. Now, to me, that's not a meme coin. I mean, that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, you are right about that. Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Certain.
But great question, though, bud.
I
Yeah, thank you.
I personally do not like meme coins, to be honest. No matter how, I mean, unless I see a tangible utility, for me, they can list, of course, because at the end of the day, there are people who want to invest in meme coins. What's our utility is more clarity. So with our ratings and with us listing the people behind the project and so on, like there's something like, honestly, like, yeah, I heard a story of someone that invested, I think it was in baby cake. He invested $40 and he turned them into $20,000. So I cannot completely say that meme coins are useless. The meme coins changed many people's lives, but of course we will have to be considered before we give the verified status, at least.
Okay, got it. So one more question. Do you guys have any plan in future of launching NFTs, or it's not in your interest at all?
We have a
NFTs
very
really interest us. Yeah, I was just sorry, Luke, I cut you off there. We have got a really interesting project, but yeah, go on, Luke. I'll let you do it.
no. I mean, I would ask why. I mean, I think that we got our own utility and we got our own thing that we wanna build, and I think that we should only focus on what you saw today on this pitch deck, and I think that we have plans, but it's not like creating an NFT marketplace per se, but definitely NFT projects, because we have to understand that the way we currently have the platform is set for the average projects and the tokens. They are not really designed to showcase NFTs and so on, the NFT projects. So we are building something towards the NFT tokens. We are not yet ready to actually say how it's going to be, but there will be a direct integration between JoinCoin and any NFT marketplace.
Yeah, I can understand. I understand that you you guys don't really need NFTs. I was wondering, so I thought I should ask that. Thank you so much.
No, it's a great question, though. It's a great question, but it's definitely like NFTs are part of the industry at the end of the day, and it would make sense to cater for that. Doing what we are, so we need to cater for every part of the industry, absolutely every part of it. So yeah, at some point NFTs will be catered for 100%.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you for the really good questions. Thank you so much, brother.
All right. Last question of the AMA comes from Sarah Nelson.
Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. I really appreciate it.
Hi, Sarah.
I observed that much was not actually spoken about the team members. So I want to ask, please, how well are you connected with your team members? I'm asking this because I've personally had an experience whereby a project that many investors, even some friends of mine, too invested in. The investors rug pulled the investor because of the selfish intention from just one of the team members.
Yeah.
The contract that was used to launch the token had blacklist features. And as soon as anyone back to blacklist, then no one could sell, but they could just buy. And it was later that it was it. So I want to know how well you are connected with the team members to ensure that there are no Judas among the apostles.
You know what, Sarah? That is probably one of the best questions we've actually ever been asked.
We should double your tokens.
Yeah, if you have put into our pre-sale, Sarah, you get double the tokens, man. Because that is honestly, that is one of the best questions that we've been asked so far. People don't tend to ask questions like that. They tend to be focused on the project and not the people behind it, which is exactly what we're trying to address. So yeah, a little insight to, I mean, me and Ahmed, for example, we met about, what was it now, about 6-7 months ago, was it, Ahmed? We literally speak to each other like all day, every day. Like the guy's basically my best friend. It's ridiculous that the relationship we've built. Kyle's been part of my private group, my private investment group for I'd say the best part of 2 years. I know that guy inside out. Ahmed has known him as long as I've known Ahmed. We are solid. We are absolutely solid. There is no one on the inside that I cannot trust with my life, with my children's lives. But what a great question. I really commend that question.
We argue to be like we argue like any partner. But the thing is what the arguments are not about how much money you're getting paid or how much tokens you're going to get. That's not the argument. We have no tokens. I mean, I think that almost every team's group on TG, the main argument would be token allocations. We don't have tokens. We have nothing to argue about, but the project itself, the project, and that's it. The platform. Things got delayed. I got into a fight with someone. Andy gets into a fight with someone, and then things escalate. But it's just really work related. It's not really personal, and it's not really related to money. It's just
that's it.
I wouldn't say arguments. It's just discussions, and we are the way we talk to each other. We are extremely blunt. We don't sugarcoat things. Now the team. Obviously, when you start a crypto project, you invite a lot of people to work with you. We have fired many of them because And we didn't fire them; they fired themselves because they realized that they not be getting any tokens, and we will not be paying them $20,000 per day for their contribution. So that, of course, will piss a lot of people, and yeah, that's why we want to keep the team very close, very concise, and very strategic and straight to the point. We don't bullshit each other. We just work. That's it.
Thank you very much. You just put my mind at ease. You've got a
Thank you.
beautiful project. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Just to elaborate on that, Sarah. So, the core team members, we are full time on this project as well. So we've all quit our full time jobs. We are now fully dedicated 110% to JoinCoin.
I like that. All right,
But yeah,
gentlemen.
Sarah, do drop me a DM, because if you do buy into the pre-sale, I'd love to airdrop you double your tokens, Sarah, because that was a brilliant question.
No problem.
Wow.
I'll do that. We'll see in pre-sale then.
Yeah, just drop me a DM, Sarah, and we'll get that sorted for you.
Okay. Thank you.
No
That's
worries.
awesome.
Have a lovely day.
And you
Congrats,
too.
Sarah. Well, gentlemen, I really want to thank you for being here today. We discussed a lot, and what tells me this is a really great project is there's so much more to still discuss. Anytime you all want to come back for an AMA, you're more than welcome.
Thank you.
Again, I think you're building some really cool utility you're building some very cool utilities. I think that people that adopt your platform will ultimately stay for the long run, because the way that you're doing it and the way that you're building it and the way they all connect to each other is really remarkable. And I think this is only the beginning for you all. And I wish you nothing but the best. Thank you for being with us again this afternoon.
Thank you so much, Noah. Thank you for having us.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Please follow us on TG and Discord. There will be as well. We talk openly about marketing and the way we do things to everybody in our groups. Please head back to our TG, and I think we're gonna close the private sale. We're gonna make it whitelisted again, I think, within 30 minutes. So thank you again, everyone, for tuning in.
Great AMA, guys. Great AMA.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you all. Take care.